Shrouding the Heavens, Episode 130. Preview analysis is here. Ye Fan prepares to slay the Holy Sun. The old lunatic makes 3 kills, slays a dragon transformation expert, and annihilates a great power. The Ziwei Holy Lord flees in disgrace. This person is the Yin-Yang Holy Son of the Yin-Yang sect. His cultivation has reached the first transformation of the Dragon Transformation realm. He has come this time with the aim of slaying Ye Fan to avenge the Holy Maiden of his sect. Traveling with the Yin-Yang Holy Son are several Grand Elders whose lifespans are nearly at an end. Among them are even existences at the Great Power level. The information Ye Fan has currently released to the public, with the help of Divine Dr. Wang, is that he has crippled his Dao Palace realm, dropping to the peak of Dao Palace. If he burns his lifespan to fight to the death, although he can briefly exert the combat power of the 4 Extremities Secret Realm, he can only engage in 4 such life or death battles in his entire life, after which his body will perish and his Dao will scatter. The Yin-Yang Holy Son believes Ye Fan is already a cripple. Even without using the Yin-Yang sword, he is confident he can easily kill him. The moment the two clashed, they unleashed their supreme holy arts, the Great Dao of Yin-Yang versus the Great Dao of Taiji. However, in their first exchange, the Yin-Yang Holy Son was sent flying backward, spitting blood, by Ye Fan's Great Dao of Taiji. But Ye Fan was completely unharmed. Despite this initial setback, the Yin-Yang Holy Son did not doubt the truthfulness of Ye Fan, crippling his own cultivation. Instead, he believed what Divine Dr. Wang said, that Ye Fan could temporarily restore his 4 Extremities combat power by burning his lifespan. After suffering a loss, the Yin-Yang Holy Son dared not hold back any longer. In his hand is the Yin-Yang sword. This sword is a Holy Lord-level divine weapon, and has always been the exclusive weapon of the Yin-Yang sect's Holy Son. Unfortunately, Ye Fan's current physical body is already comparable to a Holy Lord's. The Yin-Yang sword could hardly pose a substantial threat to Ye Fan. Instead, Ye Fan's heavy punches on the Yin-Yang sword sent tremors up the Yin-Yang Holy Son's arm, making it go numb. The Yin-Yang Holy Art of the Yin-Yang sect can split the body into 2, transforming into a Yang body and a Yin body. The 2 coordinate seamlessly, their attacks relentless, and they grow stronger as they fight. That principle of endless life, even Ye Fan felt threatened by it. However, even so, it was still not enough to kill Ye Fan. Ye Fan launched his strongest attack, using the Douchen Shengfa to manifest the Taiji Divine Diagram and triggering the Jai Secret Art, unleashing the ultimate killing move that splits the Yin-Yang line. Although the Yang and Yin bodies joined forces to fight back, successfully manifesting the Yin-Yang Dao Diagram and erupting with 5 times their combat power, they still paled in comparison to Ye Fan's ultimate killing move. The 2 avatars were instantly cut in half at the waist by the dividing Yin-Yang line. Their heads then shattered, and they were ultimately destroyed in both body and spirit. The Yin-Yang sect's Grand Elder, watching from the side, witnessed this scene and was completely dumbfounded. This instant kill, happening in a flash, gave them no time to intervene. These are the Grand Elders of the Yin-Yang sect. Their cultivation has all surpassed the Dragon Transformation Secret Realm. They attacked only to capture Ye Fan. Their goal was to drain Ye Fan's blood for medicine and refine his soul, using such cruel methods, to restore the prestige of their supreme sect. This action stemmed from having just watched Ye Fan slay the Yin-Yang Holy Son, unable to stop him. This had already brought them great shame, and with both the Holy Son and Holy Maiden being killed in succession, it was an even greater humiliation for the entire sect. Thus, they had to resort to such extreme measures, facing a great power-level expert. Even if Ye Fan triggered the Jai Secret Art, he had no chance of winning. A single ray of divine radiance, casually waved by a great power, would be enough to kill him hundreds of times over. But these great powers from the Yin-Yang sect ultimately died because of their own arrogance and condescension. They fearlessly attacked the old lunatic. The outcome was self-evident. Everyone was easily annihilated by the old lunatic. In this plot segment, the old lunatic attacked a total of 3 times, while the Yin-Yang Holy Son was fighting Ye Fan. 2 Grand Elders of the Yin-Yang sect attempted to harm little Nanan and the old lunatic who were with Ye Fan. However, these 2 Grand Elders at the 8th transformation of the Dragon Transformation Realm were killed instantly by a single glare from the old lunatic. After they perished, another Yin-Yang sect Grand Elder dared not act rashly. Instead, he went to invite several nearby Grand Elders to come for support. However, before the great power from the Yin-Yang sect could arrive, a group from the Ziwei sect appeared 1 step ahead. The leader was a half-step great power. They had come to seek justice for Zhao Fa, but they also pointed their spears at Ye Fan's companions, the old lunatic and the others. Unsurprisingly, this group from the Ziwei sect was also completely slaughtered by the old lunatic. The Yin-Yang Holy Sun, who was in a fierce battle with Ye Fan, noticed the situation over here and was filled with regret, desperate to escape, but was entangled by Ye Fan and could not get away. Not long after, several Grand Elders from the Yin-Yang sect arrived one after another, and then they could only watch as Ye Fan slew the Yin-Yang Holy Sun. The plot that follows connects to the content I mentioned earlier. Overall, the plot of the old lunatic's 3 attacks, in my opinion, the animated version might cut or change it to some extent. This is the Ziwei sect's Holy Lord, an expert at the Holy Lord level. A half-step great power from the Yin-Yang sect had just died here. This trip was originally to seek justice. However, the Ziwei Holy Lord, who was so imposing just a moment ago, the instant his gaze met the old lunatic's, all the color drained from his face, replaced by utter terror. Without the slightest hesitation, he immediately led his people in a disgraceful retreat across the void. After that, Ye Fan's group set off again, leisurely heading towards the Holy Cliff. And on that same day, the news of a peerless divine figure appearing, overthrowing great powers with a wave of his hand and scaring away a Holy Lord, spread like wildfire through the central region of the eastern wastelands, shocking the entire central province. The above description is based on the original novel and may differ from the plot of the animated version.